Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is your personal reading. So, wow, reading your story, I was just like, oh my gosh, when it rains, it pours, huh? So your situation is basically you quit your job because you thought you had something lined up, and then that job backed out on you. And I've heard that story before from some friends, so it's interesting seeing how that situation has ended up working out for the people that I know who've been through it. And so I'm hoping that there will be some uplifting messages for you here. You're also really wondering about this person that you have feelings for. You're wondering what the next step is with that. And I know you mentioned you already went out to see him, so let's see what comes through for you. And thanks again for hitting me up. And stay tuned because I have a lot of pick a card readings coming up. This season can be very difficult for a lot of people. You have to remember it's the holidays, you know. Not everybody came from a very, not everybody came from a perfect family, is what I'm trying to say. And this time of year can trigger a lot of people. It's a time of year where a lot of intense emotions and energies come up because of that, but also because of a lot of other things. For many people around the world, it's a time of winter, it's a time of death, it's a time of stillness, it's a time of solitude, it's a time of going within, a time of retreat, a time where you think a lot and you're figuring things out, before the new year. So it's a really deep time of introspection. Couple that with like some drama from the holiday kind of stuff for some people. And then if you happen to come from a nice family and you don't have a lot of drama in your family, then you're dealing with the drama of the other people around you who are freaking out and picking up on all this fear energy. And for me, I'm really lucky and thankful that I live a lifestyle where I've been able to like chill that out for myself personally, and I'm able to really go with the flow and take very good care of myself. But I'm realizing this time of year I'm having to be super intentional about my self-care, very intentional to make sure that I'm getting time to rest. And sometimes I just get this panic and these worries and these fears come up, and I've been having to really like bring myself back to my center and back to my truth. And I'm kind of seeing this is something we're all going through right now in the collective. But for you personally, there's some literal stuff happening, and this Leap of Faith card has been coming out so much lately that it's gotten a tear. It's gotten very worn, and this message flew out for you too. It's just so huge right now. All these energies are interplaying with you, and they're so intense because you're being pushed to take a leap of faith. Now, it's probably related to the business that you've been starting on the side, your healing business, your wellness center, your wellness business. And I think that you've been through a lot, and you see this blood on the end of this spear, but they're saying, like, you're strong enough to handle this. You wouldn't have been given this challenge if you couldn't handle it. And what you're meant to do is, like, not play it safe right now. Like, if anything, you're supposed to go double down on that business. I know it's going to take a while, like you said, for it to be lucrative, but you could be surprised how much just going hard for, like, 6 months into something can really turn it around. And just one thing a day. That's something I talk about a lot on this channel, because it's something that's helped me personally, is just one thing a day. So, one blog post a day on your blog, if you're a blogger, or for your wellness center, maybe you're posting one thing a day for that, or you're doing just one thing to continue the momentum and to continue the energy. And social media is the easiest thing to start with, just posting things that are in alignment with you, sharing your thoughts and emotions and feelings about what you're getting started. And that's a good way to gather interest and support, and also to continue these energies flowing. So you don't have to do something crazy right now with your business, but you're supposed to take a leap of faith and at least keep going. And who knows, maybe you could get some clients or something and you don't have to rely on a traditional job anymore. That could be something that works out for you. But definitely, I would say there's some messages coming out to continue looking for another job, which is what you're doing. But in the meantime, maybe have faith that a miracle could happen. Maybe that's where the universe is trying to push you. So, going out into nature is a message that's coming out for you too. It's been coming out for everyone, everybody. Get out into nature, because this time of year, I mentioned there's so much going on with all the energies and everything. Well, it's a time of year where getting out into nature can be a little bit more difficult. Sometimes the weather's not always perfect, and regardless, just try to get outside. Try to get your feet in the dirt. Bodies of water is coming up for you. So for you specifically, in order to get more inspiration and more healing and to receive more balance, they're saying if you spend time near a lake or near a creek or like an ocean or some type of body of water, it's going to help heal you. And I'm an Aquarius, so spending time by water is so balancing for me. I'm always somewhere by the water, a waterfall, surfing in the ocean, at a creek or something. I'm always at the water because it's so healing. And put your hands in if you can too. Put your hand, if it's clean water, put your hands and feet in and just get some healing energies from the universe. So now let's look at what energies are leaving your life. I'm seeing this time you were needing to spend within, and it says take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. You were just trying to garner like respect for yourself and inner strength so you could move forward with these challenges. But isn't it interesting that this is the energy that's leaving your life? It makes me think you're going to be getting out there a lot more in the near future. So let's see what energy is coming in. Wow, isn't that nice to see? You got the balance card. And so a lot more balance is coming into this situation. It makes me think there's going to be some type of divine intervention. You definitely want to stay open to the signs. Notice if there's any unusual animals appearing in your path when you go into nature. Maybe number sequences or any symbols that appear on your path. Anything that feels like a message, you get that gut feeling it is, because there's going to be signs pointing towards your next step forward, which we'll get to here in a little bit. But this Independence card, this is the energy coming in. So it makes me think that you're not necessarily going to make the connection with this person just yet, even though there's some good messages coming out about it. They're saying that for now it's important that you're on your own to make it through this time. Like, I really feel like if you had a love interest at this time, it would be distracting, because what you need to do is you really need to move forward. You know, you need to secure your job, or you need to secure taking a leap of faith with your business. And it's not like you couldn't do that with a love connection, because I do feel the energy of some type of love connection coming in to help you with this. But for now, at least at this stage of the process, there's a sign coming through that you're meant to be alone. So don't feel like there's something wrong with you because you're still single, or that the person that you're interested in, that they don't like you or something. For now, it's just this is the energy that you're supposed to be in, at least for now. I do feel it changing in the near future. But this card reads, like the cat, you're fiercely independent, yet you also need affection and playful companions. Now is the time to balance your social interactions with solitude. While you may ask others for their opinions, ultimately you must make your own decisions. Your freedom and independence are top priorities, so ensure that these characteristics are nurtured. And of course, I know you've been reaching out to me for some help lately, because this has been like intense for you. But this is also a message that at this point in the path, now that you've received all this healing and these messages of hope, it's time for you to take the leap of faith and balance your time with people, because they're saying like you're not necessarily supposed to be spending all this time by yourself right now. Like, it's in alignment for you to be getting out there and being social and making these connections. But at least for right now, it's like you're on this path of singlehood, and it's serving you. So continue on. So next we're gonna go ahead and see what's going on with this job situation. And look, we got the frustration card. So I actually think this is really sweet that this is coming through, because it's like they're trying to say that they understand your situation and like they're watching. And what's going on here is, now that this is all cleared out of the way in this job you had, because it really wasn't serving you, if you look back on it, you'll realize it's just not in alignment with you anymore. Now that this is out of the way, you can actually have time to plan your future. And like, this is a really opportune window of time you have here while you're in between things. Like, you can do anything. I'm getting chills right now because I was in between things, actually. Like, I quit my day job, and you know, it was a really terrifying time for me too, trying to make money as a freelancer, like to make ends meet, and thinking about getting another day job, like not having one lined up. But what I ended up doing is I doubled down on my gifts and my talents, and I worked my ass off. Excuse my language. And I did, and now I'm able to make, you know, my money doing my freelance stuff and not have to worry because I have so much coming in. So, but I had to work hard, and at the time it was a huge leap of faith. It was a huge risk, and I had to like clear my mind, and all I was left with was following my own intuition. Like, no one around me had any advice really for me. Even my own partner he was scared. He didn't know what to do. He was like, I'm gonna have to pay for all this. What's happening here? But I was like, I promise you, I'm gonna make this work, and I did. So I think that there's gonna be a way you can make this work. I think that what's important here is that you're able to like reconnect with your own intuition, so that you can listen to your internal guidance to like make these decisions. Maybe you're supposed to go harder at your wellness business. Maybe you're supposed to do some kind of campaign or purchase some type of advertising for that, or I don't know, I'm just throwing random stuff out there, but there could be some specific guidance that you've missed. And so it'll keep coming, but the nature thing is just so important, to get out into nature and try to go like alone. But obviously, if it's like somewhere really like rural, bring a hiking buddy. But I'm definitely seeing that's a message, and it's gonna help you kind of clear your energy and get reconnected with your intuition, so you can make the next decision here. So next, what we're gonna look at is what you're missing. Is there anything that you're missing, since obviously you've been having trouble tapping into your intuition here, which is all this energy that's going around? So oh my gosh, look, this message has been coming out so much. I'm gonna make another video on this probably, but look, I'm gonna try not to repeat myself too much here, but they're saying you really need to go outside. Like, I bet when you do, like, it's gonna hit you in a flood. Like, there's gonna be this flood of information that comes through. They're saying there's going to be a rebirth within you. Like, this is your rebirth. Like, this is your spiritual awakening that you're going through right now. Like, this is the crisis that's leading to your greatest good and to your growth. And so they just want you to keep following this path, and like the answers aren't going to be certain right away. And this is going to be something that happens within you. It's like this process. It's like this blossoming. So now we're going to look at what your next step is when it comes to your job. They want you to like let the last job you were working at go. And they're telling you that like it's okay for you to be afraid. It's okay for you to be scared. It's okay for you to be nervous. It's okay for you to be confused. It's okay for you to have anxiety. Like, this is part of the process. Like, these emotions that are coming up are just very natural. Because this is like your security and your sense of safety. This is like your root chakra that's being like kind of stimulated here. And this is overall going to help lead you to a really strong foundation in your life that's more in alignment. You have to realize there is space that's been created for you. And now what you need to do is take a leap of faith and set an intention. What do you want? You are the one in control of your life. You get to decide what you're going to fill this space and what you're going to fill this time with. And the universe will support you. It's saying this actually has to do with some of your manifestations coming through. And you have the ability to usher in these energies and like make this happen. They're saying fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So overall, just a lot of hopeful messages for you. It's super exciting. You have this amazing opportunity, and that's what it is. I didn't realize when I quit my job, like how big of an opportunity that was for me. So, and everything that it would lead to and that it's still leading to. So now we're going to look into the dude, all right? Let's look into this guy and see what's going on with him. Look, you got true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. You got the Expect a Miracle card, you got the Peace card, and then you got the Make-A-Wish card. So, I don't know. I'm gonna say that, like, these are really positive messages. I don't usually say, like, yes, he's the one to people. But I'm saying you guys could have an actual authentic connection here. This is coming out, so they're saying, like, hold your horses. You might not want to expect this too soon, but things could be working out with this guy. If things don't work out with him, then there is somebody coming in. There is someone coming in for sure. Like, this will not last very long, this independence. But while it's, like, I think this just came out because they know that you really, really, really want a love connection. But you have to be single for just a little bit longer. It's part of this cycle. But this is coming out. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So this is coming. And really good signs. I mean, look. Really good cards here. So things are definitely looking up in your love life. So that's a plus. Really good messages there. I cannot repeat enough. These are good signs. So we're going to look at your next step in your love life. And yes, you need just a little bit more healing needs to happen. And you need to get a little bit more grounded before you can continue on this path. But they're saying if you're going to approach this person, you need to approach him playfully, because there's a lot of energy and there's a lot going around you. And when you try to make a love connection in the middle of something like this, it can be sometimes regretful when you bring that energy into the connection. So they're saying you need to clear this energy a little bit more, and then, like, try to just bring playfulness into your connection, and eventually you can make this connection. And I'm sure this is, like, a huge thing in your life you'll want to talk to somebody about. But they're saying maybe talk to a therapist about it right now. Maybe not go to the love connection with all these energies. Bring your playfulness and balance. Remember, this card was about balancing your time in solitude and also balancing your energies around other people. So that's something that's coming out for you for the next step. But remember, we got the True Love card, and so, like, this is, like, there's something going on here with this person. I drew this card for him. So that's awesome. So now we're going to go ahead and look into the overall advice, and I drew a lot of cards for this. So, they want you to focus on your passion, because you're kind of lost. You're like, what do I do now? And right now, you should really be thinking about, what do you want to do? What would you like to fill this time and this space in your life with? Because don't just play it safe. You might have to take a practical step, like get a part-time job to support you while you do your wellness thing, or who knows, maybe you could work really hard and blow something up. That's what I did. It's possible. It's possible. I remember, like, putting the word out to all my friends that I was freelancing and, like, really having to get out there. And if you're going to be doing that you might need to be prepared to, like, really take a leap of faith. But I'm seeing that they really want you to fill this time with your heart's desire. Because your heart's desire, that's what leads you to your purpose. You've been given these natural gifts and talents. You've had them since you were born. Everyone has. And you're able to use those to help enrich your life and bring abundance into your life. And also to help enrich others and bring abundance to others. So what do you want to do that would enrich your life? And that would bring you joy, and that would also help enrich and bring joy to others. It's like you've already done this and decided what you're going to start. But to me, the answer seems obvious. You need to go 100% with that business you started. You need to go 100% and, like, release your expectations and realize that the universe could exceed your expectations. They want you to have compassion with yourself. They're saying, like, it's not your fault and, like, you did nothing wrong, like, that all this happened, that you know, the whole job thing didn't work out. They're trying just to help you let go of the anger and the harsh judgments related to this situation, so you can actually see the situation for what it is. A huge manifestation coming through. A huge blessing. They're saying you need to be alone and independent right now. Like, the decisions you make about your life need to come from you, and that's it. Like, you need to, it's like you're going to want to ask people what to do because it's, like, so scary, but no one's going to know because it's your life. And so they want you to make this choice yourself. They're saying they know that you're hesitant. If you're still feeling hesitant, if you're still feeling unable to make the decision, if you still feel like you need permission for something, they're saying turn to God, turn to the divine, turn to the universe, turn to nature. It's for you, it's all about balance right now. Balancing the time that you're spending around other people and balancing the time you're spending focusing on this, because it's going to be really easy to want to just distract yourself, to try to just move past this time and fall back into just like another job like you were at and fall back into the same patterns. And you have an opportunity here to transcend, to grow, to change, to go to the next level. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. There's a lot of fate and like a lot of synchronicity around the situation. And just try to look at it with a different perception. This is an incredible opportunity. I mean, this could be exactly the moment when your life changes. And there's really good stuff coming out for your love life. So I hope that this message inspired you and uplifted you. There's a lot of good stuff coming into your life. I'm only seeing beautiful energy here for you. So I hope that this reading helped you out. Peace out.